Welcome back to another video, everyone. Today we are going to talk about something that I see crushing people's progress in the gym, and that is doing too much work. That's right, you heard me, doing too much. We live in a culture, especially on the internet, especially on Instagram, of grind, grind, grind. Get up 3 in the morning, grind. If you're not working, you're sleeping. I'm passing you. All that jazz, which to a certain degree is great. A little bit of motivation never hurt anybody. And at the end of the day, yes, we need to do work, especially resistance training work in the gym to see results. But at a certain point, you are absolutely crushing your progress by continuing to do more work. You have to assess intelligently how much you are able to recover from. Not only does this manifest itself intra-session in a given resistance training session, but it also manifests itself throughout the week. How many sessions are you doing? How much time are you allocating for rest and recovery? How many stress relieving activities are you including throughout your day? These are the things that become incredibly important as you transition from a beginner lifter, where, like we've talked about, everything works, into becoming an intermediate and advanced lifter, where some things start to weigh on you a little bit more. The weight hopefully is getting heavier, meaning there's more connective tissue damage. There's more overall systemic fatigue, which means we have to employ more strategies to remove that fatigue. A lot of times, an intermediate lifter will take a counterintuitive approach. When they start to reach a plateau, they start hammering volume. They say, oh, I need to do more work will get me over this plateau. Sometimes that is the case, but a lot of the times it is actually a pulling back on volume. It may even be a pulling back on intensity to really focus on allowing your body to recover. This is not the sexy answer. Again, in the culture that we live in now, there's a lot of noise about pushing yourself to your limits. If you continually push yourself to the limits, you are going to break down. An injury that takes you out of the gym for 6 months to a year is going to stunt your progress more than taking an extra rest day, and instead of training 6 days out of the week, you train 5 days out of the week. Now, what does this look like practically? Well, as we make transitions to the intermediate and advanced level of lifting, we have to really define our goal. Are you looking to put on muscle? Are you in a lifestyle context that is going to support that goal? You have to understand that if you are trying to put on muscle, but you're saying, oh, the summer's coming up and I want to look lean at the beach, and so you're doing a little bit of a calorie deficit, these are two different things. You're serving two masters. You are not putting yourself in the best position for success. It takes prioritization. You are out of your noob gain phase, so you have to really focus in on the things that you really want. Everything has to serve the goal. For my powerlifters, if you're trying to get stronger, but you're cutting another 20 pounds because you think you're gonna look better at a lower body fat percentage, you need to understand that maybe that is not the best time to be trying to set an all-time record on your squat, your bench, and your deadlift. Things have to serve a greater purpose. This is why pre-planning a mesocycle can be so important. Have you ever had really, really great intentions walking into the grocery store ready to buy a week's worth of food, and when you get in there you end up just coming out with like Entenmann's donuts and a Publix sub because you didn't have a plan? It's the same thing when it comes to lifting and planning out a mesocycle. The reason that you start to break down with the amount of volume that you're doing with your intensity is because you did not prepare a solid plan at the beginning. An intelligently thought out resistance training program will have you start at a given volume, usually your minimum effective volume, like we've talked about before, and work you up to your maximum recoverable volume before you deload and start the process over again. At week 1, if you're at your maximum recoverable volume and then you try and push beyond that, best case scenario is you just get super tired and you don't have a great session. Worst case scenario is you injure yourself and you're out of the gym for X amount of time. We have to be smart. We have to put the ego aside and say, okay, today I'm doing 2 chest exercises. That's it, 2, and I'm going to do 8 working sets. Make those the best working sets you've ever done in your life. But when you hit 8, even if you don't feel super pumped and super fatigued, understand that this is week 1. We've got somewhere to be. We cannot overshoot on week 1 and just assume that we're gonna be fine. So we combat overshooting and doing too much work in the gym by having a solid plan and sticking to that plan as we get into our sessions. But what about outside of the gym? We have to understand that if a goal of ours is to be the best we can be in a resistance training context, whether it be in a strength sport, bodybuilding, Olympic weightlifting, whatever, we have to allocate some time for rest and stress relief. Your body needs that time to grow adequate tissue. or to lose excess fat tissue. The rest is incredibly important. In fact, I would say in most cases, it is on par with the work that you are doing in the gym. If one of those is below the other, you're not working optimally and you're leaving gains on the table. If you're chronically fatigued, reaching for the 8th cup of coffee of the day, you need more sleep. Be honest with yourself. Set a wind down routine, read a book, do some meditation, some light stretching, get in bed a little bit earlier, and I promise you, you will start to feel better. Find ways for you to relieve stress, whether it is the traditional bubble bath. I'm not a huge fan because who wants to sit in their own soup? But find something that is going to help you feel at peace, feel a little bit of calm. If you're feeling calmer, usually that means that you are effectively relieving stress. This will help not only with stress accumulated in the gym, but also with overall stress, work stress, relationship stress, just general life stuff, man. All of that builds on top of you, and it starts to remove your ability to adapt to training, which nobody wants. We want to continue to adapt. We want to continue to get stronger. At least I hope you do, because why else are you watching this channel? I hope this was a wake-up call for you. It was definitely a wake-up call for me as I continue to grind myself into the dirt. I'm making this video as much for myself as I am making it for you. I hope this video has piqued your interest on how to effectively create a resistance training program that is going to give you ample time to rest and recover. If you want to go deeper, you can click this playlist right here. It's got all the variables that you're ever gonna need on how to create the best resistance training program out there. Get strong and stay strong, folks. I will see you in the next video. Have a great day. Peace.